Me versus me. Divine intervention. CEO energy. You're having a moment of self-reflection. And this moment of self-reflection will get you to a point of perceiving yourself in a much higher standpoint than what you have been now. With divine intervention, this is something that has been a long time coming. This is the divine reaching out their hand to show you the way of who you truly are and who you're meant to embody. Because there's been a lack of really viewing yourself in the esteem of which you come off energetically and naturally to the world. With the CEO energy card, this is a time in which you're taking the reins of your own life and choosing to benefit from what it is that you are moving towards. You could have quite a bit of a poker face at RBF, and this is something that has intimidated people in the past, but this is part of your strength. Even in times of crisis, you know to stay calm, you know to move forward with that sense of stoicness that has kept you driven throughout your long time run. You have a sense of natural leadership to you that others may admire. You could be guided through people of authority, maybe taking inspiration from them, or starting your own new business venture, one that you'll have great success in, especially with the helping hand of the divine. Hidden agenda. You're being sent a warning. There are people around you, possibly people doing this in secrecy, with Sneaky Link being the back of the card energy, that have a hidden agenda against you, even though they are quite nice and kind, and this could be a person of authority that's in your life as well. Maybe they're the type to give gifts, or the type to give some type of affection that has been laced with a sense of greed, or a sense of longing too much that sits there unsettlingly. There is manipulative energy around you, and I'd be careful about who you trust. This could be a type of person that comes off extremely helpful, and even though you may have rejected their help in the past, perhaps you've sensed this energy that lingers behind them. They are quite insistent. Let's pull some clarification cards to see who this hidden agenda person is, more details about them, and to see what they bring to your life. Though they seem like the type of person that's already would bring a sense of chaos. And your piece is important. Payday is the next card that came out. So this could be a person involved in your workplace. This could be someone that, again, is an authority figure, perhaps a coworker in a higher position or a boss. This could be someone that's facilitating workplace gossip around you, or someone who has a higher financial ranking or status than you may. This could also be a person that's seeking to gain something financially from you. There could have been something related to the recent holidays that just came up that this person has shown you their deceptive nature through. Next card that came out was Plastic Smiles. This is the type of person that acts very fake to your face. They could be hiding their sense of resentment towards you through a facade that they have. This could be someone that you consider a friend, but it's really only a name. This is the type of friend that will talk behind your back to the rest of the friend group and pretend as if everything's normal, give you hearts, and react with your messages with hearts and all of these kind emojis, but they don't have the best intention towards you whatsoever. Next card is Closure. This could have been someone that left your life already or is about to leave your life due to this recent change that you're having in character, where you're moving towards becoming the own boss of your life and not letting other authorities, or really the masquerading of other authorities, even though they had no control over your life to begin with. This could be the closing of an arc where perhaps you let this person take too much control over your life, and now they are simply not part of it because you're getting a wake-up call. That's the next card. You're getting a wake-up call about this person's nature. This could be quite literally through this reading, or this could be some type of intuition that you've had already about this individual. This could be the type of person that also wakes up quite early. There could be a sudden event that forces closure to happen because simply things cannot be ignored any further. Broken promises is the next card. This could have been the type of person that, despite their facade of a helpful nature, never really pulled through on anything that they said they would. And because of that, they've shown that they can't be trusted because their actions never match their words, despite what it is that they say. Again, hearts are shown in this card, so this could be, again, the type of person that reacts with a lot of hearts to messages, may send a lot of hearts and messages, but they're all hearts that are meaningless, so to speak, because they simply don't have the heart for you. Next card is swipe right. You could be on dating apps, or you could have met this person on a dating app. This could also be a separate message saying that eventually you will find someone that's perhaps through a dating app or some type of online means. This could be long distance as well. That is going to give you a bit of a wake up call over this person because through this act of self reflection that you've been doing, you're also going to get insights from other people that show you that this person that's in your life is not one to keep around for much longer. Next card is recharge. So you're taking some time away from this individual to reconnect with yourself, to get back to what it is that is important to you. And this time of solitude is what's going to bring this transformation ultimately. You're going to come back from the situation much stronger, with more resilience and more of the steadfast nature of making improvements in your life, despite the crossroads that you've been through, making these alternate choices, making these different paths, because your next step matters. What it is that you go through in your life at this time, this cutting off of this person and finding new connections. That's what the swipe right card could also be alluding to. Finding different connections that suit you much more and actually have the benefit towards you of something that feels like a true connection, something that feels like this very human nature of being able to spend time with one another without feeling as though there's hidden judgments or hidden resentments that are behind this facade. These connections that are being brought into your life soon will make you feel as though you can go through these crossroads with a much stronger sense of resistance because the people are actually supportive of you, supportive of your journey, instead of pretending that they are and not actually really believing in you or what you're worth or the path that you're taking. This could also, for some of you, be related to family members, especially if this is something that happened during the holiday times, which had just come up recently. Well, if you're watching this video in the time frame that I posted it. If not, take it as it resonates. And also know that not everything is meant to be seen as part of your reading, because this is a general reading. All right. When that's said and done, let's get into your tarot. Of course, this is a tarot reading. Those are just oracle cards. King of Wands reversed is showing that this person has no authority over your life anymore past this point. There could be a lot of eyes on this situation as well. Perhaps people who have been gossiping, people who know that something is about to go down but haven't really stepped in and said anything because they feel as though it's not their place. And if this is something related to a romantic relationship where you have perhaps a situationship or someone that has been very manipulative, even taking to the means of gaslighting, then there's people around you in your life, a support circle that wants to step in, that wants to help, but finds that they don't know if they have the means to, or they don't know if what they're saying is going to be heard fully. But there are others who've seen things that you have not yet. And this could be part of the wake up call and the clarity that you're about to have. If this is a romantic relationship, then you'll find that you'll develop a different one, probably through the course of online means, meeting someone else that suits your fancy much more. Because you have plenty of options. You're the star. The next card is. This also has to talk about the transformation that you will be having, bringing you back to your sense of worth. Whereas in the time before, you were agonizing, as in agonizing over your sense of self worth. Not that you were agonizing, to clarify. You could also, through the means of business, find that you will be in the limelight much more. Your reputation could go up after you've gone through this self-transformation energy because you've had the sense of stance where you trust in yourself much more now, and that energy radiates off of you. It's very alluring, very attractive to those around you that want to see you step into this new beginning with the Fool card coming out here in the back. Because this is a grand time for transformation. These masks that other people have worn are about to slip off, and they'll find that they cannot do anything to scam you or try to be this perfect match of a person for you. And that can be in any context: platonic, familial, romantic, whatever the case may be. It's just the facade of a perfect lineup, even though it is not. Temperance in this reverse position. Because ultimately, this is something that has made you feel out of balance. It's made you feel as though there's a lack of tranquility and peace in the situation, whereas that should be flowing abundantly within your connections. Ace of Pentacles reversed. This is something that has made you feel small, made you feel as though this could also be affecting your financial situation. Perhaps this is someone that gives with the expectation of return, and the returns that you've been given back have dominated your psyche and also made you feel as though what you're giving back is much more valuable than what's been given to you. This could be in the case of perhaps overspending on gifts in return, or feeling as though there's a financial imbalance in this relationship. Five of Pentacles. This has made you feel as though you were in a position of poverty, of feeling as though you had to rely on this person. They've been starving you, in a sense, starving you from what it is that you deserve. The Lovers in reverse. That time to make a choice is now. It's not something that can be pended much further. It's not something that can really flourish if there's not time taken to do this self reflection. Because there's a lot of deceptiveness in the energy here. Even though your intuition has been showing you this whole time what it is you're meant to move forward to. Now, if this is a situationship or a recently started romantic relationship, time's ticking, ultimately. This is not something that's going to stay in your life for much longer. There's a lot of toxicity in the play here. And even though the freshness of the relationship feels thrilling to have and to be in, and it feels comforting in that regard of being in a relationship, it's ultimately not something that, despite the temptation of it, should be kept for much longer. The Page of Swords here, you are coming to this realization and you are thinking much more about what your future holds. You are contemplating whether this is the right path or not with this person. This is the card of a newness of the way of thinking that you have, starting off from small seeds that eventually grow in fruition much more until they are over encompassing and they cannot be ignored. Now, let's pull a card to see if this is specifically about a romantic relationship. What entails following that? For some of you, that sense of newness that comes from this connection has to do with a recently entangled engagement with them. You two could be fiancés. And if that is the case, that's for a very small percentage of you. Then you have friends around that are disapproving of this relationship and will come to you to talk about it. Now, if this has to do with the new relationship or new connection that's about to step into your life, then this newfound sense of attraction feels tantalizing. It's something that can't be ignored. It feels as though there's immediate sparks, a lot of chemistry involved, or rather, the potential for chemistry, because it's still so new that chemistry has to be built up over time. This person could have a very nice fragrance to them, and they may feel very pleasing to be around, a very alluring individual to you. You are in the season of attracting newness into your life, especially after undertaking the sense of evolution of self. And with this comes, if you believe in the acts of manifestation, for example, manifesting newness into your life, attracting benevolence, bringing beauty towards you in all chapters, in all aspects. The new person that you're meeting could be someone that you have a high level commitment with. If this is platonic, then it is something of a best friend that's lifelong. If this is a romantic, then it has to do with someone that you will become futurely engaged with. It's going to feel magnetic. It's going to brew almost immediately. It's something that has been for a long time coming, but this crossroad venture has not been taken yet, has not been decided upon, and so that has created a blockage from this coming in because the time for recharging is now, and that's going to be the most important thing before aligning this person into your life. They're going to be very helpful in this situation. You could be meeting them while you're still going through it. All right, love, that's all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this reading, and if you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link to my server is in the description below.